Hey everyone, it's Fantastical, and today I'm going to show you all how to make this checkbook holder. It looks like this. It has one place to put your checkbook in here, and it's really easy to use. You just put the back piece of cardboard over and put the other pieces of paper on the front, and you can just easily write and rip it out. You can easily take it out too. And then we have here a billfold to put your money in, and 4 card pockets. Yeah, so 4 vertical pockets so you do not show over. You don't have to do the card pockets. That way you have 2 places to put your checkbook, or you have a place to put your checkbook and a place to put other checks. So you don't really have to put card pockets, but you still could. So I'm just going to show you guys how to make this. It's super thin, and it's super easy to make. The things you're going to be needing are at least 3 different duct tapes. One's going to trim, one's going to be for the inside billfold and the inside of the wallet, and this is going to be for the outside of the wallet and for the main billfold color. So, for example, purple will be the zebra in this one, and then yellow will be the blue in this one, and then chrome will be the chrome in this one. Next, you want to have an X-Acto knife. You don't really need a pair of scissors, but if you don't have an X-Acto knife, you can use a pair of scissors, but it would be a little bit hard. And then you want to have a ruler, and then you also want to have a cutting board. So let's get started. Okay, so you want to start off by cutting a long strip of your inside color that's exactly 14 inches long. Cut that down and make it 7 and 7 inches. And line that up on your cutting board, and you want to overlap one over the other to make it 3 inches tall, really. As you can see, 3 inches tall, just lining up the air bubbles, folding that back down. Now just flip that over and set that aside. Make sure it doesn't touch itself, doesn't fold in on itself, and it'll be really hard to put it back out. Now just cut another long strip of 14 inches. And just cover up all of that sticky. Just blending out the air bubbles again. And then place that and overlap it just a little bit, and then fold over that trim. Now cut a piece of tape that's 13 inches long. 2 pieces of tape that are one piece of tape that's 13, and 1 piece of tape that's 6.5, and you just want to overlap one over the other to make it as tall as possible. Just overlap it like by a millimeter, as little as possible, and then grab your ruler and just place it on the bottom, and then fold that right to the edge of the ruler. It should be exactly 2.5 inches tall. So it should be 2.5 by 6.5, and I'm just going to cover up all that. And I accidentally made a mistake. It was supposed to be purple. I made it yellow by accident. So, anyways, now I'm just going to trim it. So you want to cut a piece of about 4 inch, as you can see, 3.5 inches of tape, and cut that into thirds. And now just start trimming the sides. And just trim it with your X-Acto knife or your scissors. Now just get your other piece, and it's not going to be long enough, that's why you have the other piece. Attach it right to that end and just fold it. I had to make it more even. Now fold the whole thing over and just fold over the excess. Just trim, and you should have those 2 pieces. Now we're going to cut the, now we're pretty much done with those flaps. We're not going to add the card pockets yet. Now we're just going to cut 4 strips of 7-inch tape. So that's 2 strips of 14 inches of tape. Now I'm just setting those aside and lining it up on my cutting board. Really nice. Overlap one over the other as little as possible, about a millimeter. Just keep on overlapping, and then the last piece, make sure that it's 7 inches tall. It should be 7 by 7. It should be like a huge square. And it kept coming off because it's so sticky. This won't really happen. It really depends on the cutting board you have. Just press that down. So we have that. Now I'm just going to cut a piece of tape that I had to fix that part, so you won't really have to do that. I had to cut 2 pieces that are about like 5 and like 7/8 or something like that. I just had to trim that there. Change the color of that. So that also made the piece more stronger, and it really helped. Cut a piece of tape that's 16 inches and cut it down to make it 8 inches and 8 inches. And then do the same thing, and you should have only 4 pieces. Just put those aside. Now what you're going to do is place that big sheet right back on there, line it up on your cutting board, and I'll place that other piece sticky side to sticky side. Don't overlap it when you're putting the next pieces. Make sure that there's stickiness on all 4 sides. Like that. And now you just want to flip the whole thing over and cut the corners. And now I'm just going to grab your ruler and trim the ends so that they're the same size and that they're neat. Just hold your ruler down hard and then just cut it with your X-Acto knife. And now I'm just going to place the pieces on. And you want to fold all of those sticky pieces. Don't fold it on one side, and this will help you allow the card pockets. You guys will see it in a second. When I put on the card pockets, I'll have to unfold one part. So that's how you make, so you're just going to fold that down and then shove that. Fix anything. Can't even see it. Fold it in half, crease it, now cut all the ends. And that's pretty much the basic thing. Now if you want to make card pockets, you're just going to cut a piece of tape that's, just want to cut a piece of tape that's 10 inches, and I'm making 4 card pockets, which is the best amount because you can't fit that many. And overlap it over the other one by a millimeter. So it should be a huge sheet that's about a little bit less than 4 inches. Just going to put that there. It should be about half an inch on the top of the cutting board. You can't really tell about that one. So now I'll just cut it at every 2.5 inch. So it should be 2.5, 5 inches, 7.5. So now I'm going to place the ruler, and just like we made that other piece, you're just going to fold that on itself. Should be a little square there that's 2.5 by 2.5. Just going to repeat that same process with the rest. Now I finished all of them, and now you just want to cut a piece of tape that's 10 inches and cut that at 2.5, 7, and 2.5, 5, and 7.5. And now just cover up all that sticky. This saves you so much tape, and you don't have to worry about trim either. You can still do it if you want to. Just gonna push that sticky side on all of them. Now I'm just going to cut a piece of tape, really any amount, and cut it to thirds. This will help us apply the pockets. And now I'm just lining up the same way I did on my other one. You just want to place them on, and just put them so that they have about an inch. They have an inch in between of space instead of like a centimeter for like regular card pockets. You want to make sure it's an inch, and I had to fold that part back like I said, and then fold it on top of that last pocket so that it was secure. Now I cut a piece of tape and it should be like 5 and 7 or 3/4 tall, and you just want to only attach that part. So I cut a piece of tape that's that amount on the side, and I just place that, and I'm trimming that piece, and I'm just placing that on. I hope this makes sense. Now I'm just cutting the top of the pocket so you can put your pocket in. Okay guys, so this is the finished thing. It looks like this. It has, it folds really nicely and it's super duper thin. It has, I'm holding it upside down. It has a place for your checkbook, which easily slides on and off. It has a pocket here and 4 card pockets. So that's the finished thing. The card pockets are hard to see, but you can add trim if you want to. And that's the finished thing. I like how it turned out. I'm really happy. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and watch more of the Tape Tasticles videos. Bye!